Browns clap. Defense. What a shutout. Nice job. Nice job. I mean, is there anything else to say on this? My God. What a win. Blowout, blowout, blowout. You rarely get a double bye in the NFL. The Browns has got a double bye. They already had their bye week. Now they get today's game. You couldn't ask for anything more in the season. You have everything ready to go now for next week. Watson still has a long ways to go, but that defense was wonderful today. The turnovers were perfect pitch. Now that's a game. I mean, LB Browns, I was doing Christmas list, vacuumed my carpet, raked the leaves while I was watching the game. Great job today, Browns. Got a lot to do with my to-do list today. I told you the Browns, yeah, the Popester, I mean, amen. I mean, the Cardinals are available next week. Love to play you. Love to play you. If you have room in your division to come on over, love to play you. Great job today. Now Watson. Watson did make some throws late. The Cooper deep. That makes us feel good. He clearly has some things to work on. Hopefully the injuries for the Browns aren't serious, especially with Wills, especially with DeJuan Jones. Bring on the Baltimore. It's a big week. Again, the Browns don't, and by the way, first shutout since 2007. Just great stuff today. Big one next week. It's all about next week now. You don't sip champagne for a Cardinals win. You more like do a shot of whiskey and you get ready for the next week. Big one next week. Huge. Everything's about next week now. Couldn't really gauge anything today, to be honest. Oberellas, I thought the defense did what they had to do today, and Watson got enough plays, enough reps. He should be feeling good. 251 games. Oh, my gosh. It was LB Browns. To think of that long since a shutout just tells you how far this team has come. And, again, their defense today took a victory lap on how talented they are. This defense is so good. They do so many good things on the field for the Browns. It's amazing. They just dominated today. I mean, they kept sacking Tune. Look, poor Tune. There was no Tune out there he could have found with his guitar. Our defense was stupid good. I mean, just unreal. Charlie Protner, go Browns. I'm not sure what you're typing. We aren't winning next week. A-Train, relax. We just beat the Cardinals in a lapping game. Jet is done for the season. I hope that's not true. It did not look good with him coming on the cart, beat Cato. Hopefully he's going to be okay. It did not look good, though. DeJuan Jones also had injuries coming in and out of this game. The tackle situation now for the Browns is a little dire. They're going to have to figure some things out here next week about what to do. I think they're going to have to get another receiver in here. Of course, B. Cato being a Debbie Downer. Oh, DD. He couldn't think of anything else. Charlie Ponder, I can't see what you're writing. Go Browns, buddy. Go Browns, Charlie. I love you, Charlie. Always good to see you in the room. There's really nothing else to break down. Great win. Should have traded for a backup tackle. Should have. LB Browns, I agree, but to be truthful in this game, you don't want to see Hunt to get hurt. So I didn't mind not seeing him as much in the second half. Thank God for Schwartz. Yeah, go Browns. Again, Real and Poster, I can't read what Charlie's writing. Thank God for Schwartz. He is money, isn't he? Sign Will Fuller. They might have to do something. The wide receiver core is going to need something unless Tillman's really ready because there's no more DPJ. Cavs win now. They better beat the Warriors tonight. This is their last home game for a while. They are not back at home till after the 15th. Watson's still throwing to the floor. Oberellas, he's got a lot to work on there. His first half, he struggled. I thought in the second half, he looked better, but I'm not putting too much stock into that. From what I'm learning about Watson, he has to really get into a groove, and he just takes off. And right now, he's still getting into a groove. I hope he takes off next week. We will see. Asking him to take off against the Ravens, though, is not easy. DW4 looked good. I thought he looked okay, Cleveland kid. I liked his deep passes to Cooper, obviously. He made some throws in the second half to look better in the first half, but he's got some work to do. Deshaun, I'm speaking, that's Baltimore, and okay, good to see you. Charlie, again, not seeing what you're writing there. You're going to have to get another wide receiver in here. That DPJ trade, everybody's like, oh my God, it's a six-round pick. Makes sense. You need another wide receiver. You think Jim Schwartz would be a better head coach than Stefanski? Yes, I do, Popster. I do. I'm not going to tear down Stefanski today. It's not the right day to do that. Cleveland's offense needs to wake up. It does, Norman. Today is not a good day to evaluate that. They played an inferior opponent where their defense just really looked. The defense put the Cardinals in a sleeper hold. Yeah, he is rusty. I mean, Watson looks like he's 2 or 3 games away, in my opinion, before he's getting revved up, which just makes you nervous. Next week is such a different week, obviously. He's gonna have to play miles better. And truthfully, Watson's gonna have to start getting more confident in the pocket, and he's got to get better footwork, because next week you're not going to see what you saw this week from the Cardinals, where the defense set the tone with their turnovers and field position. Yes, he does. I think the next 2 games tell us a lot about it. I agree with you, Professor. I'm actually going to say the next 4 games. Ravens, Steelers, Broncos, Rams. Next, 3 out of 4 on the road, 2 division opponents to start. Let's see what happens in these next 4 games. The Browns just did a 4-game block. They went 3-1. Only losses in Seattle. They're now 5-3. If they can go 2-2 or 3-1 again, they're off and running. Because after that, it's Texans, Bears, Jets, oh my. Terrible teams. Terrible teams. So they actually have a good schedule down the stretch. Can Stefanski win 2 in a row again? Can the Browns win 2 in a row again? Yes, they can. Again, Stefanski didn't do anything wrong, bad, or good today, so you can't go down that road. Other times, you'd be right on here with me. Championship defense, a shutout. I agree with you, John. Again, it was perfect timing, perfect storm. Browns defense needed to show something. They didn't play well last week. Watson had something to show, obviously. Stan, I think his arm is good. I think his accuracy and his technique needs a lot of work. I think Watson's got some work to do. Now, it's not impossible. I can see it turning around, but Watson needs a lot more reps. But I agree with you about his arm. Do you think we should have taken DW? Yes, I do. You got to have him at the end of the season. That game was over. What to hand off the ball? There's nothing left to do in that game. I actually applaud Stefanski. That was the right move in that situation. The game was over. It's 27-0. I can see 3-1 over this next 4. Professor, that is big, big, big. Watson, like Chuck Nobla, can't throw the ball. Scott, I know what you're saying. I will say he did this earlier in the year, and then he got warmed up by Tennessee. I'm in St. Louis for a Metallica concert. There you go. There you go. Popester, please be on the post game. Cavs could you really use a win. Again, a long road stretch after tonight. They are on the road for the next week, so they really need to get a W tonight. Never easy against the Warriors, as we know. Never easy. Never easy, but they really need to pick up the W if they can. All right, good job for the Browns today. That was a cakewalk. Ask Todd Hall. He's a big Browns fan. That was a great job today by the Browns. We needed to put up our feet, got our Christmas list done, did some chores around the house as we're watching Kareem Hunt score. Cavs need a big win streak tonight. Well, Popester, I hope you're right. I'll just take a victory. Just get a W. 1 starts it all, right? Right. Cavs need to get back on track. They've had unlike last year where the Cavs got off to a hot start, it's a complete reverse. They're off to a very, very slow start. B. Cato, I can't disagree with you about Kurt and JB. That's a bad matchup for the Cavs. Have a good night. Go Browns. See you guys after Warriors Cavs.